The ratings for Married to Medicine have taken a noticeable dip following Phaedra Parks' departure from the show, and it seems like the show's future may be uncertain. After Phaedra's iconic exit, which was both dramatic and emotional, there was a brief increase in ratings. It was expected that her departure would bring some changes, but no one could have predicted just how significant the decline would be. Almost 100,000 viewers decided to tune out of the show, leaving the ratings in a major slump. But what really happened here? And why did the show experience such a drastic shift in viewership? The ratings had been doing well last week, with the show reaching a season high of 646,000 views, which was impressive. The demo rating was at 0.13, which again was a positive sign for the series. But there was a feeling that the show's fate might change after Phaedra's exit. She had been one of the most talked about figures on the show, and her departure wasn't going to go unnoticed. Everyone knew it was a big moment in Married to Medicine, and it came with a lot of hype. However, after her dramatic exit from the private jet and all the media surrounding it, the ratings suddenly took a nosedive. A drop of nearly 100,000 viewers, specifically 99,000 viewers, left the show. That's a huge loss, and it begs the question, what happened? Why did so many viewers tune out? The answer, in part, seems to lie in how the show has been treating its stars, particularly Phaedra. With her gone, viewers seemed to lose interest in the drama that followed, and there was an overall sense that the show had lost some of its spark. But the numbers didn't stop there. The demo dropped too, which means that not only did the number of viewers decline, but the type of viewers, those tuning in from the core demographic, was affected as well. The demo went down to 0.11, and the number of viewers dropped to just 547,000. This wasn't just a small dip, this was a significant change in the direction the show was heading. For any show, a drop of that size is something to be concerned about. It's not just about the ratings, but about what it says regarding the public's interest in the show. So, why is this happening? The answer might be more complex than just Phaedra leaving. There are multiple factors that seem to be playing into the downfall of the show. First, there's the constant drama and negativity surrounding certain cast members. Viewers are getting tired of the constant bashing and personal attacks between the women. Married to Medicine has always been a show built on drama, but this season has felt particularly heavy. It's one thing to have a few disagreements and moments of tension, but it's another thing entirely when it feels like every episode is filled with personal insults and unnecessary drama. Dr. Heavenly, one of the most polarizing figures on the show, has played a huge role in this. Recently, Dr. Heavenly had been in the headlines for some of her interactions with Gizelle Bryant from Real Housewives of Potomac, RHOP. In an attempt to shade Gizelle, Dr. Heavenly found herself embroiled in more controversy, which didn't help the situation. Instead of focusing on building her storyline, she seemed to be more interested in starting feuds with other reality stars. This kind of behavior might have worked in the past, but it's starting to feel like a worn-out tactic. It's getting old, and viewers are not as invested in the drama anymore. Meanwhile, the way the show has treated its former cast members like Phaedra has left a bad taste in fans' mouths. It's clear that there's been some behind-the-scenes manipulation and drama between the cast and production, and it's not sitting well with the audience. Phaedra, who was initially brought onto the show to spice things up, was constantly under attack by certain members of the cast. From the get-go, it seemed like she was being set up as the villain. The fact that Dr. Jackie, one of the longest-standing members of the cast, didn't support Phaedra and even went so far as to publicly call her out is another example of how the show's internal politics were affecting the overall storyline. Fans were left wondering, why was Phaedra, someone with so much star power, being treated like this? Phaedra's exit wasn't just about her leaving Married to Medicine, it was about her standing up for herself and not letting the show turn her into a villain. She had been painted in a certain light by some of the other cast members, and when she walked away, it felt like a statement. It was a reminder that reality TV often thrives on drama and negativity, but there's a point where even the most patient people can have enough. Her departure was a wake-up call to the producers and the cast that viewers want more than just petty arguments and messy behavior. One of the major issues with the show now is the focus on personal attacks rather than real, meaningful drama. The constant bashing of the Real Housewives of Atlanta, RHOA, cast, especially those who had once crossed over to Married to Medicine, has only turned viewers away. There's been a noticeable shift in how the cast interacts with one another. Rather than showcasing their personal lives, achievements, and struggles, it seems like most of their time is spent fighting with each other or attacking other shows. This kind of back-and-forth drama is only going to turn people off in the long run, and then there's the influence of Carlos King. For those who don't know, Carlos King is a producer known for his work on Real Housewives and other reality TV shows. While he has a lot of influence in the industry, there have been rumors that he's been giving Married to Medicine stars some questionable advice. For example, his guidance to Dr. Heavenly and Quad about how to handle their relationships with the other cast members has been met with criticism. Some believe that the advice he's giving is only fueling the negativity on the show, leading to a cycle of drama that doesn't seem to end at this point. It seems like the show is in dire need of a reset. The ratings are in the toilet, and it's not just because of Phaedra's exit. There's a deeper issue at play here, and it's something that needs to be addressed if the show is going to survive. One possible solution could be taking a long break from airing the show. A hiatus of at least a year might be what the show needs to regroup and come back with fresh ideas. But even then, the producers might need to reconsider the cast and bring in new faces to shake things up. Right now, Married to Medicine seems to be stuck in a negative spiral, and unless something changes soon, the show may not be able to recover. The constant drama and personal attacks are taking a toll on the audience, and it's clear that the show needs to find a better balance between lighthearted drama and genuine, meaningful content. Viewers want to see excellence, not just constant fighting. They want to see real relationships, real struggles, and real moments of growth, not just drama for the sake of drama. As the show's ratings continue to drop, the future of Married to Medicine seems uncertain. But one thing is clear, the current approach isn't working. If the producers want to save the show, they need to make some significant changes, both behind the scenes and on screen. Whether that means reworking the cast or taking the show in a new direction, it's clear that something has to give. If Married to Medicine is going to have any chance of surviving, it needs to move away from the petty bickering and drama that's become its trademark and focus on what made it a success in the first place: real women, real lives, and a genuine connection with the audience. Until then, the ratings will likely continue to slide, and viewers will continue to look for something else to watch. In the end, Married to Medicine needs a reboot, a moment of reflection, and a fresh perspective if it hopes to win back the trust and support of its viewers. But the road to redemption is long, and the show is going to need more than just a few tweaks to get back on track. Whether the show takes a hiatus or returns with a new direction, it's clear that change is necessary for the future of the series.